welcome to the show. Hold on, let me get this music out the background real quick. It was nuts. I had to go out of here and come back in. I don't know what was going on, but we're good now. Now, today, if you haven't seen already, I'm going to put this up on the screen really quickly. Today, we dedicate this show to explaining the House of Cat. I feel like, first of all, let me just start by saying today is Wet and Wired Wednesday. We have not changed the schematics of Wet and Wired Wednesday. We just had to come and talk about the House of Cat. But if you don't know what Wet and Wired Wednesday is, Wet and Wired Wednesday is the day that we come and talk about all the juicy stuff. I talk about being adulting. We talk about relationships from time to time. We also talk about parenting from time to time. We talk about a plethora of things on Wet and Wired Wednesday. Sometimes the media does sneak in because of some things that will have us a little wired. So that's why it's called Wet and Wired Wednesday. But today, this show is I'm dedicating this show to explaining the House of Cat, because this is by far the house that Cat built. First things first. What is the House of Cat? The House of Cat is anything that I've built with my hard work, perseverance, struggle, success. It's everything balled up into one. So the first thing that you should know about the House of Cat is the House of Cat is the House of Cat because this is the house that Cat built. You see, this podcast does not run for free. You see, the technical aspects of the podcast and such also had to be paid for. But, this is just the house that Cat built. Cat is me, if you don't know. So let me explain. First and foremost, I didn't even do it right because we was having technical difficulties. First things first, let me tell you, it is me. It is me, your girl, Labora Lee, aka Cat Lee. And you have now tuned in to Ambitiously the podcast. Yes, you have, honey. Yes, you have. You have tuned in. You are here. You are in tune to what we have going on. You are abreast. So before I get into my little spiel I got planned out for this evening, we got to do this really quickly. I'll be right back. What's good, my ambitious ones? I am here because Savage Fenty is offering up something extraordinary. You get 2 for $29 bras and 50% off other items for new VIP members. You heard me. 2 bras for $29 plus 50% off of other items for new VIP memberships. I mean, you can't beat that. I'm back. Okay. So, first things first, I want to start by saying life has taught me a lot of lessons. And it's also given me much knowledge. I've seen a lot. I've done a lot in these 43 years of mine. And let me also say that for 43, not bad. But I've done a lot. I've seen a lot. I've heard a lot. I've watched a lot of things play out in life. So there are some things that go on through the course of life that, it sometimes happens again, or, it repeats itself. And so you're able to pay attention to it and make honest decisions based upon what it is. You feel me? So this weekend, I had the misfortune / pleasure of doing so, right? Now, y'all know on this podcast, I give y'all my tea, but I don't give you too much. Some things are just not for your ears, but I will be addressing a couple of things that I just thought I would, come on here and okay, I don't know why people are mentioning me and stuff that I don't care about. But anyway, sorry, that was my computer, Facebook going off. Anyway, but in those years, I've seen some things, and things have happened, and I've seen them like a couple of times. It's weird. I don't know. And sometimes it's almost like deja vu, but whatever. I digress. Um, Again, I'll give you some of my business, but not too much because this is none of your business. But one thing I never understood is some of y'all's behavior. Some of it is just irrational and all over the place. You definitely don't think before you do. And then when you do stuff, you think that it's going to turn out in your favor. But let me just say this to you. When you do dirty, cruddy, foul, underhanded, and yeah, I'm probably going to cuss a little bit early tonight. I've been trying to work on, not cussing too much, but I feel like this one is more. I'm sorry, my nose is running, and I'm trying to get it in order. But when you do dirty, foul, filthy, cruddy, crutball, disgusting shit, it never goes in your favor because you're living foul. You're living foul. You're living like a foul beast, and it will never, ever work the way you think it's going to work. Okay? So let's get to me. Let's talk about me, since we're talking about the house that Cat built. So with that being said, my child is well taken care of. She's happy. She's healthy. Okay, I'm not doing that. Don't interrupt my show to tell me you want to give me a promotion. I can't do that, honey. That's just not where we at. I'm going to take care of you in a second. But when you're doing foul and filthy, disgusting things, nothing good comes to you. Now, in the house that Cat built, I had to learn a lot of life lessons. And I also had to learn that things will come to me the way they're supposed to come to me. And what's mine is mine. And what's mine is not yours, so to speak. Just like what's yours is not mine. You feel me? And we just, you just understand that and you get it and you move on through life. I was once a 20-year-old or in my 20-somethings. And I did things that were probably not the best. I made decisions that probably weren't the best. But even in my 20s, I say even in my teens, I had this air about me, this mist about me, where it's like I almost was a grown woman before I should have been a grown woman. I always say I was born in the wrong time. I mean, my people be like, nah, you were born when you're supposed to be born. But I'm just like, listen, it's a whole nother lane that I felt like I should have been in. But I say all that to say, when you mature, when you grow up, when you understand that life is short, things happen, shit happens, y'all. It does. It really does. But there's a way to handle certain situations. And the way you handle the situation is not to be filthy, foul, and disgusting. It's to learn from whatever that decision was that you made. Learn from that decision that you made. Learn that, and let me put this up because we want to keep the party going. I'll say that in a second, but learn from the bad decision and make better decisions. Learn from the error or the mistakes and make better movements. You feel me? But some people will never get that. And that's okay. You're young. I get it. You're young. Still trying to figure this life thing out. Usually you really don't start understanding what's really going on and what's really good until you get into your 30s. So in your 20s, it's a little weird. It's a little weird and off. That's what your 20s are for. You feel me? So I get it, but I digress. So because this is the house that Cat built, everything in here I own. It's mine. I take great pride in what I do because I do a really great thing. I take great pride in being the mother that I am because I'm a really cool mom. So, no, I'm a really good mom. I ain't gonna say cool because I don't want you thinking that I don't be. My shit is tight over here. I handle my business when it comes to my kid. So then the next thing is, no matter what anybody thinks of me, I do what I do, and I do what I do. And when it comes to terms of the people that I love and the people that I care about, what they receive from me is love, loyalty, and you know, they receive that until they push it away. I mean, until they don't want it anymore, which basically is them pushing it away in some form, shape, or fashion. But I'm just going to be loyal to the core, and I'm just going to be as loving as I can be. That's just who I am, and that is the House of Cat. Loyalty is very important in this kingdom, so to speak. So, yeah, that's that. Now, I did learn from... Wait a minute. No, okay. I did learn some things from this week, and I learned a lot about who I am and what kind of woman I aspire to be. We all have our people, the type of person we want to become, we want to transform into. So one of those characteristics that I wanted to pick up was I don't want to make hasty decisions. Like, I don't want to be making temporary decisions for what could be, a life decision. You feel me? I try to make sure that I think, I disseminate, I put the pieces together, and I make sense of shit. You feel me? That's just what I do. That's what I do. That's what I love to do. You feel me? But I want to talk about a little bit more. Because in the House of Cat, only grown folks are allowed. Children are not allowed in the House of Cat. It's one princess. She sits on the throne. But when it comes to certain things, she's just not allowed. But see, there are also things that I feel that should be addressed in the House of Cat. And there are also things that I definitely feel like people should understand. So I put this up for a second, and I'm going to get back to my topic, my subject matter in a second. But I put this up for a reason. Because in the House of Cat, we can't be penetrated. One, you could try your best. And that's cool and that's fine. And I'll even give you an A for your effort. I will. Bravo. I certainly will. But in the House of Cat, because the House that Cat built, this is the moment. These are the moments I'm going to start taking this and using this opportunity for those who keep trying to come up and infiltrate my plot. For those who keep trying to test the lioness in me and don't understand that I am a lioness, because you don't know me, and that's cool, and I love it. But yeah. So here's some things I wanted to talk about. I wanted to get into. Wait, before I get into that, let me do this really quick because gotta pay these bills around this piece. Because it's the House of Cat and we got stuff to do. Check this out though. What a time to be alive. I repeat, what a time to be alive. Did you know that you could get fresh ingredients along with beautiful recipes delivered to your door? Did you know that? Wow, you can get 21 free meals plus free shipping and 3 free gifts when you use the code HelloFresh21. The link is in the description. Again, use the code HelloFresh21 to get 21 free meals plus free shipping plus 3 free gifts. I'm telling you. It's time to get healthy, y'all. Okay, I had to play that really quickly. I will be doing that sporadically throughout this podcast. But, so now with the direction I want to take this podcast in for a second is, just briefly, is I'm a grown ass woman. I do what I want to do. That's just on period. So, yeah, you're not gonna harass me or bully me in any word of this sense. And I'm a grown ass woman. I do what the fuck I want to do. All right. So, next, I wanted to talk about children versus adults versus the grown folks. Because it's some things that people don't get and understand, and that's cool. But I'm here, that's what I'm here for. I am here to help you gain an understanding about how adulthood works and how childhood works a little bit too. Okay? First things first. The first thing we need to know is that there are some people of adult age walking around that are big ass children. I repeat, there are some people that are walking around on this earth right now that are grown as fuck, they old as shit in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, but act like children. So they would go in the children category because that's how they behave, like children, right? So yeah, children can be, grown folks can be children too. Children play the game, right? They play games. They play the game. They play games, right? That's what children do. Adults have already mastered the game and elevated that motherfucker. So therefore, there's no time for them to be playing games in the adulthood and the grown people section of life. You feel me? There's no reason for that because they've already played those games. They've grown. They've mastered the game, and then they became adults, and now they have no need for silly little games. Okay, I just thought I'd clarify that really quickly. Children always have a problem with taking accountability. I know my mom, even my kids, sometimes she's like, yeah, but you did. You feel me? Or this happened because you did this, and so that's why. Taking accountability. Now, it took me a long time to get to that hurdle, and I know it's going to take some of you a long time to get past that hurdle as well. But what I found in my adulthood is taking accountability for the things that you have done wrong. Although it might hurt for a second, just a little pinch, it frees you from the bullshit. You take accountability, you already know what's going on. You already know what's there. You know what's happening, and everybody involved knows what's happening because you took accountability, right? So adults step up to accountability in whatever situation arises. Not all of us are adults, though, right? I've never been one on big on games. You feel me? I'm really the type of person you get what's going on, or you get the fuck away. That's just as simple as I could put it. You feel me? Now, I think I'm like that because ultimately I'm always trying to build an empire. I'm always trying to build up the kingdom. So I think I carry like that for that reason. You know, this is a honored society. All we ask is trust in this motherfucker. You feel me? And besides that, you know, there's nothing else. That's what you have. You have your loyalty. And if you got my loyalty to you, then you better know for a fucking fact, Jack. You got a rider. You got somebody who's there for you through thick and thin, no matter what, and that's just what it is. But I do have my limits. I do have my breaking points. You feel me? And so that's something that I think everybody has their breaking points when it comes to certain shit. You feel me? Like, listen, some shit I ain't signed up for. and some shit you shouldn't sign up for. But at the end of the day, I ain't no punk ass bitch. You don't get to bully me. I ain't scared of nothing. You feel me? And I'm not going to deal with things how you want me to deal with them. I'm going to deal with them how I need to deal with them, because it's me we're talking about. It's not you. It's me. I got to be, the one that got to deal with the aftermath of whatever the fuck happens. So another philosophy or theory, this always tripped me out, because I hear people, say certain things about people, and, somebody always checking somebody else's bank account and what they doing and how they doing it. Have no clue, but you just assume shit, right? But I'm a big believer in, I'd rather be broke with all my bills paid and my kid taken care of than out here flexing or acting like I got this and that and the third, knowing that's not how it is, and my bills ain't paid, and I'm going through a whole bunch of bullshit. And you feel me? Like, that's just the philosophy I live by. Like, I'll be broke to make sure my kid all right. You feel me? I'll be broke to make sure that, I'm handling my business. So it is what it is. People are crazy out here. They are really, really, okay, I think that's all my little notes that I had for this portion. Yeah, people are really crazy out here, and I really do believe that misery does love company in any shape, form, or fashion. They'll take it however they can get it. Like, if they're not happy with a situation, then they're going to try to bring you into their messiness or their craziness or their destructiveness. I'm a firm believer in karma. Karma will fuck the fuck out of you. It'll fuck the dog shit out of you. Sorry, excuse my language, but it will. I believe in karma. That's why I really kind of walk the way I walk. I don't really go out here doing stuff to people that I wouldn't want them to do to me. I don't go out here mistreating people. Generally I'm a nice person until you keep pushing me into that fucking corner, and then I gotta come out with this. And I'm trying to tell you, I keep trying to explain to you people, but until I gotta come out the corner, right? And then I gotta do this. And I don't really like doing that too much. It's not fun. It ain't a ball. It ain't like, oh yeah, woo, I want to be a lunatic. I don't want to do that. I like being chill. I like being laid back. I like being back, being in the vibe. I don't do all that extra, but when I do, please believe I do it. So it's just like, stop fucking with me. Leave me the fuck alone, because this is not what you want. This is not gonna go how you think it's gonna go. You feel me? Like, just chill the fuck out. So I'm going to do a quick commercial break, and then I'll be right back. Just a sprinkle of fabulousness. Sign up today for Dior's newsletter and receive a complimentary gift with your purchase using the code WELCOMEYOU. Again, sign up for the newsletter, receive the complimentary gift at checkout when you use the code WELCOMEYOU. Fly shit. Yeah, welcome to the house that Cat built. Just giving you a little taste. Oh, so I want to make sure that I get this in the conversation today too. Oh no, wait, that's not what's happening. Okay, wait, let me get this together really quickly. Because I had some other points that I wanted to make as we were going through the house that Cat built. I got some things I want to talk about as well. So we're going to talk about a few things. I just had to discuss my first order of business. But before we get to that, let's talk about this. Hold on one second. Now on Friday, I will be premiering a new video. I told y'all that Park Heights Strut. That will be happening this Friday. I'm, I like when I get to add a new video into rotation. You feel me? And my peoples, I got my little audience. They rocks with the music part of it. I see that because I see the numbers. But yeah. But we're premiering a new video. Park High Strut by Sack Banger. And then we're going to have him here on the show on February the 11th, 2023 at 6 p.m. You can tune in on Facebook. If you want to catch the visual, you could tune in on YouTube. If you want to catch the visual, if you have a Twitch account, you can also check it there. But we will be sitting down with him. We will be getting to know him. Seeing what he got going on and all that good stuff. You feel me? So we're going to do that, and we're going to hear the song on Friday. For those of you who are not aware, the Park High Strut is a dance that's very popular here in Baltimore, but it has picked up around the world. Everybody is on it and trying to figure it out and trying to figure out how to do it. It's crazy. This is weird because it's like, who would have thought like a dance that's been going down here in Baltimore for so long would get that popular? You feel me? And people loving it. So people want to know how to do it. They try to pay attention. They're actually comparing, the young men who do the strut now. The young men doing the strut and making it viral and shit. They're comparing them to like Soul Train dances, y'all. It's crazy. So we're going to talk to him on the 11th. February the 11th. We will sit down with him, have a conversation with him, see what's going on, what's good. Talk to him about his music and all of that good stuff. So if you have any questions, shoot me an email, shoot me a message, or you can shoot me an email, and I will make sure that your questions are delivered. Because that's what's going down, baby. It's going down. Anyway, so back to what I was talking about, because I don't want to waste too much time. I definitely still got to show the love to my people. And then after this, I got to make sure my kid is good and situated. And then I got a hot date, Yeah, got some things to take care of this evening. But anyway, so, yeah. People are nuts. Like, you just don't know what's going on with these people these days. And then I think really it's like some of the decisions that I don't know how to put this. Maybe more or less some of the decisions that you've made as a person you're not satisfied with, and you thought it was going to be one way, but it didn't turn out that way, and it's just a mess, boo. It's a mess. It's just a mess. But get your life together, all right? All right, so I want to talk to y'all real quick about this, because this shit got me wired. This shit got me hot. This case with the young man whose life was taken from him, Tyree Nichols, and the 5 police officers who were responsible for his demise from Shelby County. So they were responsible for his demise. So they have been bonded out of Shelby County. So that's one thing. And it's like, well, here we go again. But let's get into this a little bit. Let's get into it, because some things that need to be heard and said, honey. And we got to do it how we do it. But it's just sickening, just the thought and the idea that this is something that still happens. This is something that's still going on. And like nobody's trying to stop it. Nobody wants to say, look, we tired of this shit going down, and we the people in charge, so we should put a stop to this shit. Nobody's doing that shit. But all 5 former MPD officers charged with the demise of Tyree Nichols have bonded out of Shelby County Jail. The body cam video of the horrific incident is expected to be released soon. And then it did release, and I think everybody saw the video. I think everybody was appalled. There's no way we weren't all appalled. All kinds of information coming out about these cops, such as a couple of them were former Omega Sci-Fi. Oh, no. Okay, so one of them was the Omega Sci-Fi president at one point in time. And this particular fraternity has previous scandals of distributing hazing rituals. So it's crazy. And then there are two other gentlemen who are a part of this situation who are also of the same fraternity. It's nuts. It's nuts. It's nuts. But there's more. It's so much going on with this case. So then it came somebody. I'm not going to verify this one. I just heard this one through the grapevine, but I'm gonna spread it. You feel me? Because it's more. People come out and say stuff all the time, and we don't know that all of it's true. So we'll just say allegedly. Somebody else came out with some information that the dude Tyree was messing with one of the cops' baby mother, and they both worked at FedEx together. And yeah, supposedly, allegedly, he took a picture of what he had done to Tyree afterwards, and then sent it to her. So that's the new tea on the block. But I don't know. It's nuts. It's nuts. And it's just like, how much more do we take? How much more do we endure? How much more should, we as a people go through? But then how much longer are they going to be like, okay, well, fuck it. Is it going to be thing? And they said that his last words, his mother begs parents not to let kids watch the video of her son's arrest and beating. Man, I don't know if I want to play this. But how much more do we take? How much more can we take? Is there ever going to be a breaking point of, some kind of solution to, like, is there ever going to be a point where we just stop this alone? It's really, everybody's not bad, and there's been some people who were not bad at all that have gotten hurt because of stupid shit like this, because cops take it and overly using their authoritative status to bring harm to somebody because they can, or because they want to, or because they're having a really shitty day. I don't know what it is, but the shit is crazy. It's getting out of pocket now. Like, every time I turn around, there's a new case up about some cops did something to somebody. And it just needs to, I'm not going to say, and I said this before, I'm not, when we're talking and having a conversation about defunding the police and things of that nature, here's the problem. I don't say that defund the police because every police officer is not a bad guy. What I'm saying is this. And then there's going to be a day when something's going on and you're going to want the police to come. So if you defund the police, then you have no people to come to your aid when you need help. But here's the thing. You can't be afraid to do your job if you're a cop, and you also cannot be out here doing unnecessary bullshit to people. Bringing harm, bringing loss of life to people. You can't do that. It's just so bullshit. It's incredibly bullshit of you. And somebody needs to say it to you. And people have probably been saying it over and over again, but I'm going to say it too. It's bullshit. That young man lost his life for no fucking reason at all. Even if it was behind the baby mother, right? Even if the case, like all of that bullshit was behind the fact that he found out that the baby mother messed with Tyree, and he mad about it, and he go to kick Tyree ass with his homeboys. Though it's 5 of y'all and 1 of him, 5 and 1 of him, and then y'all dragging them all around, beating the shit out of them. Like, come the fuck on, dude. What? It almost seemed a little personal after watching the video. After what I saw, it almost seems to me that it was some personal shit going on there, because you just, what did he do that warranted you kicking his ass? Now y'all said he was complying, get on the ground. He did that. You try to put the cuffs on him. He did ask why this was happening, which is his right. And then, like, y'all proceeded to kick his ass. And it's like, brutally beat his ass. You moved him from one spot to another just so you can continue to kick his ass. That's crazy to me. Your job is to protect and serve, not to be out here bringing harm to people yourself. Like, subdue the criminal. If there is a criminal offense being committed, of course, yes. Subdue. If they got a gun, your job is to subdue them and try to arrest them. Sometimes that can't be done. Sometimes they have to be shot. I get it. But there are times where you just take it a step too far, and it's really shoot to kill. It's not shoot to subdue anymore. It's really, I'm going to bring harm to whoever is just pissing me off or whomever I don't like. That's bullshit. And you know it. It's like letting little kids out here with loaded fucking pistols. Only they're adults. And they're here to protect and serve us. It's just ridiculous. That shit pissed me off so bad, because it's like, I'm tired of the same story, the same narrative. Somebody getting beat to death by cops, somebody getting shot by cops, somebody, it's just bullshit, y'all. I'm over it. I really am. I'm just over it. I am so over it. So yeah, it was a lot in that video. It took a lot out of me, a lot out of me to watch that, because it's just like, when you're a mom, first and foremost, you got to worry about your kids going out here, and that's what you got to, worry about. Instead of it being you worried about other people, you got to worry about them now doing stuff to your kids. You feel me? You got to worry about them being out here and bringing harm to your child. Not only do you still got to worry about the other things too. Like, you still have to worry about, life's drama and bullshit. You still got to worry about that. It's like you're scared to even send your kid outside these days because there's so much bullshit going on right now. But not only do you got to worry about all that bullshit that's going on out there that these motherfuckers are paid to help subdue and stop, now you got to worry about them too. And whether or not your kid is going to make it home after a run-in with police officers. It's ridiculous, y'all. Take this story, for example. I'm going to bring this up. So, 2 New York officers were caught on camera allegedly stealing $6,000 at the homeowners that the homeowners claim they kept in the shoe during the search. The video came from a phone-activated camera propped in the bedroom. And the video, the 2 officers are reportedly heard saying they could share the money. So what I'm saying, you can't even trust them. Like, are you there to serve a search warrant or whatever you're there for? You in there stealing people money? It's ridiculous. I'm gonna pull this up on the camera. I'm gonna pull this up real quick so y'all can see. Let me turn this off real quick and then I'll pull it up. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. And then I'm gonna have to make the screen bigger so we can see what's going on here. It's ridiculous. You can't even trust them to come in your house anymore. Like, if they just there to serve it, like you just guarantee. Well, you could never. Let me take that back, because you could never trust them to come in your house to serve a search warrant, and expect for them to come in there and act like they got some goddamn sense to do what they dare to do, and not doing what they want to do and stealing your shit. It's just ridiculous, though. But let me see if I can. Let's get this volume up here. It's just dumb, y'all. I don't know what's wrong with these people. You people are weird. Yeah, so they in there plotting and scheming to steal these people's money. And it's more, it's another whole nother part of the video too. Of them being sneaky motherfuckers. So these are people that we pay to excuse me. These are the people that we pay to protect and serve us. You feel me? These are the people that we pay out of tax money to protect and serve us and keep us safe and make sure we good. You feel me? But instead, we got to worry about them bringing harm to us and to our children and not protecting and serving us. It's weird, dude. So what are we paying them for? I don't want to defund them because, like I said, if there's ever a time where I personally need some assistance from the police, I hope that the good ones show up and help me. But if I can't get you to protect me, if I'm breaking the law, okay, fine, I gotta go to jail. That's how that goes. You break the law, you go to jail. I get it. Totally get it. Totally get it. And then there's certain aspects, like if you really didn't do, if it was self-defense, then okay. They're kind of lenient when it comes to stuff like that. If it's served to be proved to be self-defense, sometimes you can get away with it. But in the instant, I have not been found guilty of anything as of yet. And you're trying to arrest me, and you decide that you could shoot me or beat my ass or sit your fucking knee on my neck or whatever it is that you want to do. That's some bullshit, and you know it. Some bullshit, and you know it. And like, oh man, it's just dumb. Anyway, yeah. So I was a little wired this evening because it's a lot of fuck shit going on out here in the world, and I think people need to address their bullshit before they try to address you with their bullshit. Don't before they try to address you, period. But keep your own bullshit to yourself. Deal with your bullshit the way you gotta deal with your bullshit. Like, don't bring other people into your bullshit. And if you can't handle it, honey, then I don't know what the fuck to tell you. Just don't bring me in your bullshit. Don't try to bring your bullshit my way. Secondly, I don't befriend the ops. You know what I mean? Like, that's not what we do over here. You're opposition, and you got to say your opposition ass way the fuck away from me. Okay? I like it that way. It works for me. I hope it works for you. Okay, so I gotta show some love to my peoples because it's about that time. It's about the time that I do this, to show love to my peoples because they show love to me. Shout out to anybody who's watched this podcast and liked it. Shout out to those who didn't like this episode of the podcast. Big shout out to you too. It's not for everybody. And then some messages are for certain people. You feel me? But I'm gonna just say, there comes a time in your life where you need to grow up. That's it. But this part right here, this part is for my people who show big love to this podcast. They come back, they download, they listen, they come back again, they download, they listen. And that's a beautiful thing. I appreciate you guys so much. So that's why I always continue to show you love on every episode of this podcast because I feel like you deserve the love. I do. I feel like you deserve it. I feel like because you show me so much love, I should totally show you love. So I'm going to show you some love right now. So let's go to my top 6 because I do have a top 6. It used to be a top 5, but then this other country came in and then I had to expand it. So my top 6. The United States. First and foremost, the United States of America. My largest listening audience. Wonderful you are. I appreciate you so much. I do. Thank you, darlings. Next, we'll have France. You've been here from day one and extraordinarily so. And I love you very much. So thank you very much for showing up, France, like you do. I got business there, but we'll get to it eventually one day. Germany. They've been around for a while too. Big shout out to Germany. India. Them too. Big love from India. And last but not least on the top 6 list, maybe it'll change one day, but we'll see, is Belgium. Big love to Belgium. They come through, they listen to the show. Big numbers over there too. I love you, Belgium. I appreciate you so much. Man, I love you. I love you so much. Thank you, you guys. That's my top 6. Now, I love all of you equally, so don't ever get it twisted just because I do my top 6 first, but they download the most, so that's why I do it that way. But there are other countries that I should pay homage to because they pay attention to this podcast as well, and I appreciate them for doing so. I mean, it's love. It's all love. So let me get started. Brazil, Netherlands, Singapore. Hi, honeys. Thank you for tuning into this podcast. South Africa, Spain, Philippines, Australia, Japan, Mexico, Ireland, Nepal, Mauritius, Israel, Canada, Hong Kong. Oh, yeah, man. I'm not done. I'm not finished. There's more people on this list. There's more people on this list. So we say China. Big love to you in China. I appreciate you so much. Poland, Tunisia, and Venezuela. I thank you all and I love you and thank you for coming through and checking this podcast. But I'm not finished. I'm not totally not done. I know y'all ain't think I was done. I'm not done. I got some more. A few more on the list. A few more. Just a couple. Not long, not too much more, but some more. So let's see who else we got on this list. We have, I said Russia already. I think I said Japan already. Yeah, I did. Switzerland, hi darlings. Thank you for coming through and showing this podcast some love. Indonesia, hi boo-boos. Thank you for coming through and showing us some love. Love you. Thank you. Thanks. Much love. Love you. You're great. Hold on, we're not done. Turkey, still waiting on my lessons to finish, but big shout out to my peoples in Turkey. Austria, beautiful. Thank you for coming through, Austria. I appreciate you so much. I do. Kenya, yes. Africa is showing up and showing out a little bit too. But Kenya, thank you for coming through and showing some love. Pakistan, which is crazy. Thank you for coming through and showing some love. I appreciate it so much. And Romania, thank you. I appreciate you. You're so awesome. You are. And this is last but not least, Nigeria. I appreciate you so much for coming through and checking this podcast and showing some love. I appreciate you. I do, man. My listening audience is dope and I appreciate them so much. They helped me get to the 5,000 and I hope that we have a further journey along the way. I do appreciate them very much. They're dope ass people. But I got some things to say before I gotta get up out of here, so I should say them, right? I should totally say them. All right, first things first, if you would like to come on the show, hit me up, ambitiouslythepodcast@gmail.com. Again, the email address is ambitiouslythepodcast@gmail.com. Hit me up anytime. You can have, if you want to talk about advertisement, if you would like to talk about being a guest, there's so many things we could talk about. So just hit me up. Remember that you can always call into the show. The phone lines are open I didn't say that because I had some stuff I had to get off my chest. But the phone lines are definitely open. So you could always, whenever I come on, know that the phone line is open. The number is 443-850-4828, 443-850-4828. Remember to be respectful. And if you would like to come on screen, I could totally drop a link and you can come on camera too. But just remember, again, be totally disrespectful because I will read that ass for filth. And you don't want that. Know that any music that I play on this podcast, which is usually on Fire Fridays, I have permission to play. I wouldn't play it if I didn't have permission to play. Written permission, visual permission, verbal permission, out loud, said it. They said I could and I did. So that's happening on Fire Fridays. But I have permission though. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to this podcast. Do that. Yeah, it's free. Free way to support us over here. Check out the website, www.ambitiously-entertainment.com. Again, the website is www.ambitiously-entertainment.com. Said the entertainment. Now, when you go over to the website, www.ambitiously-entertainment.com, you can also check out the boutique while you're over there. We got some cute fashions for children, ladies, boys, girls, the fuller woman, the smaller woman. We got something for everybody. We got beauty products over there. We have jewelry. We have some of everything on there. So check it out. Yeah, check it on out. And reasonable prices, might I add. Donations, if you would like to donate to the show, $ capital LURLUCIDITY. Again, $ capital LURLUCIDITY. That's more lucidity. Yes, it is. And this podcast is streaming on all streaming sites. It is. It definitely is. It's everywhere. You can go anywhere. iHeartRadio, Apple Music, or Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, everywhere. It's everywhere. So you can go there and check it out. Go do your thing. All that good stuff. And then that's that. Hold on, let me see what's going on here. Okay. Okay. All right. So we got some things going on. But anyway, so also some things I gotta say. I make some things happen over here really quickly. But what I will say is this: when it comes to life, sometimes bullshit happens. I ain't gonna shut about that. I know where I can get it. Sometimes bullshit happens. It happens. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do about it? You're gonna either keep moving and keep striving, or you're gonna sit in the bullshit that's happening and just let it take hold of you. I personally am not one of those type of people. I personally am one of those type of people that believe that there will be some hurdles, but you can always overcome them if you choose to. Things will happen. People will say stuff about you. They will do things to you, but you don't have to be the victim always. You can sometimes be like, all right, look, this is what it is, and that's that. You feel me? And either they fuck with it or they don't. And if they don't fuck with it, it's not the end of the world. Just let it go and keep it moving. We get our feelings hurt all the time. That's part of life. That's a big part of life. You just got to be able to, all right, take that one on the chin and keep it moving. I really, honestly, throughout my whole life, have been one of them type of people where things have happened to me and I couldn't sit. I've never been that type of person to just sit in the shit that happened to me. I've always been the type of person to be like, all right, this happened. I'm going to be sad about it for a little bit, or I'm going to be angry about it for a while, but I'm not going to sit in it. I'm not going to sit there and let it, just seep at my soul. Like, it's not going to just keep bringing me down just because shit happens. Sometimes you just got to be like, all right, it happened. What's next? What's the next move? Where we going from here? How we going to handle this? That's just really how I look at life. Like, things happen. You got to figure out what your next move is going to be, what you're going to do from there, where you're going to go from there. But what I'm not going to do is play no little kid games with nobody. I ain't doing that. What I'm not going to do is let anybody think that they got one up on me, because you don't. And what I'm not going to do is sit around and no, I'm going to let you fuck around and find out. But I'm not going to sit around and entertain your fuck shit. You feel me? Like, sometimes in life, you really got to know that everything ain't your battle. And even in life, sometimes people win the battle, but usually I win the war, so I don't give a fuck. You feel me? But there are some things that you need to take with you as you walk through life. And it's when you live a foul, cruddy, disgusting life, nothing good comes from it. When you go out here trying to viciously hurt people because you're hurt, nothing good comes from it. You're not going to win. So just grow up. At some point in time, you're going to have to do that, because that's what happens. I'm 43 now. I was 20-something one day. I was 30-something one day. Actually, in my 30s, I was about to have JoJo. But the point is, I was in my 30s one day. I've done things. I've been through things. I've experienced a whole bunch of shit in life that I just was like, whoa, you feel me? But what I don't do is go out here trying to step on people's toes. I don't go out here harassing or mistreating people. I don't go out here starting shit with people for no fucking, like, I don't do that. And I won't do that. And I won't be that person. I don't move disloyal to anybody that I say I love. If I love you, I love you and I'm loyal to you. And that's just what it is. But don't come over here fucking with me, because you're going to fuck around and find out. I promise you are. Now, some things I gotta say before I get out of here. Some things I gotta say before I get out of here, because these are the things that I say at the end of the show. First things first. Mind your fucking business. Mind your business. Everybody's business is not your business. So mind your business. This is a dangerous world out here. And people been finding out how dangerous it is by minding other people's business. Mind your business. Come here on Media Monday, though, and I will fill you in on other people's business. But that's the safest way to get your little nosy on. Don't be out here in these streets minding people's business. Love your kids, hug your kids, encourage your kids, tell your kids that they are the GOAT, the greatest of all times. I tell my kid that every morning. I got a speech and all that. But encourage them to be great. If they want to work for NASCAR, then tell them to be the best pit boss, NASCAR driver, commentator, or whatever the fuck else they do over there at NASA. I don't know. I don't work at NASA. So I don't know. I'm NASCAR, I said NASA. NASCAR, I don't work there. But if they want to work for NASA, then tell them to be the best engineer, astronaut, janitor, receptionist, secretary, or whatever else they do over there at NASA. I don't work there either, so I don't know what they do, what they be doing. Researcher, I don't know. But anyway, tell them to be the best at whatever it is they out here trying to do. You are the first line of encouragement. You are the person that when they wake up in the morning, they want to be loved by and hugged by and encouraged by. When you encourage them, they turn out to do great things. So do that. Do that. Encourage them. And last but not least, stay in your motherfucking lane. This one is very important for the night. This message, I hope it is taken and received. Stay in your motherfucking... Let me see something real quick. Yeah. Stay in your motherfucking lane. Stay in your lane. Why I'm telling you to stay in your lane? Because everybody's lane is not your lane. Saying you come jump in this lane, you getting this. Stay in your lane. That's all you gotta do. You don't want that. You want this. She's sweet. Sweet and cuddly and cute. And at least you want this one. I'm purring. I'm a happy girl. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Because I'm going to tell you why. What usually happens when you jump into other people's other motherfucking lanes, a collision happens. And then when that happens, it's all hell and all chaos and all the bullshit that broke loose. Just stay in your motherfucking fucking lane. Stay in your lane. That's it. That's all you got to do. That's the only thing you got to do, and you'll be okay. A-okay. But stay in your lane. Don't jump in mines, honey. Don't jump in mines. So, yeah. I think that's all that needs to be said for the night. I think I explained very much so about the house that Kat built. It's her house, not yours, honey. Y'all have a good night. Be safe. I love you. Be responsible. Make accountability. Take accountability. Be good people. Try not to be cruddy, foul, disgusting people, and be good people. And with that being said, I gotta get out of here. I got a hot date. Bye. I love you guys. Bye. 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 I love you so much. Bye. I gotta go.